At least, yeah, anyway. Happy Friday, everyone. So I got to the office here just a little bit before noon, and as I was still in the parking lot, my phone is going off with our web developer, Melissa, saying, hey, is Invoice Ninja working? And I'm like, I don't know. So I walk in the door, and the guys hit me right as I walk in. Don't use Invoice Ninja. Screen Connect isn't working. And I'm like, there were sirens. Just everything. There were people running around. People that don't even work here were running around and spraying things down. And I'm like, what is going on? Tom, would you like to tell us what was going on?
Good news. Yeah. There's a new version of FreeNAS out.
Hey, that is good news.
Other good news, we have it now.
Other good news, we have new version of FreeNAS now. So I seen a tweet. This is how it's I seen a tweet. And the FreeNAS tweeted, they're like, hey, there's the version U3 from last week. Now there's a U4. We're like, oh, awesome. And I did the version on U3. I did that video, and I talked about this. And some people said there's problems. I didn't see those problems. And so I was trying to recreate the problems. And I'm like, I'll just upload to U4. And but I went into our production machine. And I was on the phone with someone who was...
That is a key thing to understand.
Right, yeah.
Tom went into the production machine.
Because I wanted to get the details that you can go into FreeNAS and get. You can hit check for update and see the errata. And normally, at this point, if you want an update, you could say yes. But...
Which is checked by default.
Yeah, it's actually just you're one click away from a yes and an update. And there is a perhaps part of me that just says, sure. I'll update it.
Yeah.
Now, normally we
just
say
like accepting the terms and conditions.
Yeah, accepting.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I've now, and the part of the terms and conditions is I said I'd make this video. They went and made chicken while I had a panic attack. Because all the alarms went off that check our virtual machines. And for those of you that don't know how our lab or our whole production setup and lab and everything is set up in the back, FreeNAS is at the heart of that because it is the storage container for all of our virtual machines. So when the virtual machines lack a place to have data, they all give a lot of errors.
Hence the sirens.
I think the best part is it started with, I saw a tweet, and then there were problems. That's how a lot of actually things have been starting.
Yeah, especially lately.
Yeah.
You see a tweet and then sirens go off.
There's a tweet and then there's sirens. So, on a good note, even, we've learned a few things here. They learned a lot of things.
We've learned Tom should not tweet and update.
Yeah, and be on the phone and do everything at once. Now, I will justify one thing. When I do client work, I turn the phone off. I do it very... My wife will attest to this. She says, why was your phone off? I'm like, really simple. I just hit mute all and focus on the production things I'm working on. And generally, you don't update a server like that except for off hours and things like that. So... That being said, with our servers, maybe we should have...
There's a slightly more lax policy for the in-house stuff.
I was on the phone and we were taking over this big IT thing that's been going fun. We're like 3 meetings deep in this, and it was just a lot of, you're on the phone, you're like, da-da-da-da-da. So, but the other thing learned, if you want to know what happens when you have an iSCSI initiator with a Zen server and point it at it, and then you just remove it and reboot in the middle of the day, will all those servers come back and work? Yes.
They sure will.
Yeah. Will Tom watch nervously as all of them come up because of the what happens when you load an update on a production machine without shutting down all the things that are pointed to it, 2 different servers running data off of it? Turns out fine. We're all good now.
Tom's a pretty chill guy, but it's fun to see him sweat a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
I went and looked. I'm like, I hope all this goes really well.
Now, how long was... Because it was down when I got it. How long was it down, actually?
Well, they noticed immediately. I got alarms.
Well, but I mean, from like total time, like...
Maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It wasn't
Nothing
too bad,
crazy.
but we still had to give Tom a little
It was
bit
enough
of
for
a
them to
hard
go
time.
in the kitchen and all make chickens and basically have the perfect excuse for we aren't working at all because there's no work we can do.
I was working.
If somebody has to restore backups because he broke something, we're just going to go home. It's Friday.
Yeah. Well, the good news is, and we have a very regimented backup policy of all the VMs are backed up every Saturday or Sunday, depending on the schedule, if we have any work Saturday or not. If not, they go to Sunday, and all the data, all the SQL databases and everything else that we have are backed up hourly, copied here, and then sent off-site when they're encrypted before then. So worst case scenario, we could have lost up to an hour's worth of data if the whole thing went to crap. But
But it did not.
good news is the U4 update. I'm gonna do a video on it separately from this, and I don't have to click any update button because, well, it's up to date. So we have the U4 update. Woo!
Yay! All right.
This is where the update button would be if you didn't do it yet.
This is where the update button would be, but I've already clicked it.
Superimpose.
So, would you say the feeling when everything came back online was euphoric?
Euphoric, happiness,
yeah.
Hu-
Relief.
Yes,
Like
really.
yeah.
Like I have a way to restore everything. I don't want to go through the process of restoring everything. Like things can be done. It's
Well, we hope you've learned your lesson, Tom.
oh no, I'm
No. This will happen again with you 5.
it could. It's been a minute,
No.
so I have not made I can't think of a time I made a mistake like this.
Well, it
That's
just
why-
shows it's a.
But I will admit I make mistakes
There's a lesson we learned. Tom does make mistakes,
because
and mistakes are going to be made. Make sure you have things in place like
Well,
backups and,
I was
and
about to say,
yeah.
when a mistake happens, have a backup.
have a backup for it. So
and
you
I
know.
have worked for other people, and I always promise not to be this person. I worked for a guy. I love my first day at a job was sometimes I make mistakes. I blame other people. It's best not to argue with me. I just said, I'm glad you got it up front.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, I'm
Good to
gonna
know.
screw something up. I'm gonna blame you, and just don't debate me about it. But I didn't really think that was a great work precedence to set.
Well, it's also different when you only got 2 other people in the building
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah.
And you were the only one with access to do the thing.
Because you just
Yeah.
hear, no, Steve did it. You just hear Steve in the other room. No, I didn't.
Yeah. I was making chicken.
I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
wow, I'm here.
Right?
It was good chicken, by the way.
I was on
Yeah.
Imager. What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was on Imager. I didn't do it.
All right.
I walked around.
So-
I brought Tom a piece of chicken on a fork so he could try it.
Yeah.
Do like a last meal
Take
kind
care.
of thing.
Yeah.
Visualize
I
it.
eat all the chicken.
Have some chicken. Keep things going while you're working on this. As I nervously started all the VMs again.
So everything is all back to normal
I
working.
will also say though, this is a testament again to how ZFS works, and I'm still why we use FreeNAS, because even though we did this, we keep several snapshots. We do snapshots throughout the day with this, and it's resilient even though it had all these live open files connected and iSCSI initiators connected while we were doing stuff. But so no data loss, no. Other than a fun video that we made, there's not much else going on.
Yeah,
about
in
this.
fact, I think this video probably took longer than the outage
No,
did. So
it did. This is actually our 3rd time making
So-
this video.
yeah, so before another customer comes in.
Yeah, because here's the thing. So how do you get customers? Real easy. We just turn the camera on, and they all just come in, and a phone starts ringing, and just.
fantastic.
We were hoping for a quiet Friday because a lot of clients are hoping for quiet Fridays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
anyways,
so-
thanks for watching. Like,
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah, click.
Stay tuned for when Tom does.
see what Tom messes up next Friday.
Yeah.
But I'm not afraid to admit it. I clicked yes. I clicked update on a Friday, production time. Good news is,
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday, and we're all good.
Just close early and go home.
it's closer to go.
See ya.
I only disrupted one support session.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Now
I
he's
was
got
a
to go
team
fix.
viewer.
He's got to fix a printer now.